Hi, I'm Jared Shoemaker. I'm a second-year stinter in East Asia, and my first semester on stint, I met a guy who we call Ajax, and he never really. I shared the gospel with him, but he never really showed too much spiritual interest. Like, he would listen attentively, and he seemed to kind of understand, but never really said that he wanted to believe. But he showed that he was a real leader among his friends. Like, he was an organizer, he was an influencer, and so I continued to meet with him, every now and then. And one day he invited me to come sit and share like a break time with his whole class. All 20 of them would often go sit in the sports stadium in the field and share food and sing songs and play games, just have a good time together. And so he invited me to come with him, with his classmates, and I sat there, and then while we were sitting there and having a good time, he pointed out one of his classmates. He said, oh, this is Jane. She is a Christian. And then everybody started asking her. I said I was a Christian too, and so everybody started asking questions to us about the gospel, about Christianity, and I was able to share the gospel with 20 Asian students in their own language with the help of a believer, a native believer. So they all got to hear the gospel, and many of them really seemed to understand it, and she said that she wanted to continue to share with her classmates, which was really exciting. And so he just proved to be someone who opened doors. And then I shared the gospel with him more after that, and he still listened attentively and wanted to know more. And I felt convicted over mid-year last year just to come back and really challenge him strongly about the gospel more. So when I came back from mid-year, he came over to my apartment and we sat down, and he stayed for about 3 hours, and we had a really in-depth conversation about the gospel, about eternity, about heaven and hell, about his soul, about his need for a savior. And when we were finished, he was like very impressed with how serious and how important the decision was for him to seriously think about whether or not he wanted to believe that Jesus is a savior. And so he came back 2 days later, and we sat down for a little bit longer, and he said he had prayed, asking God to reveal truth to him. He had read parts of the Gospel of John, and he wanted to believe. And so last February he believed and trusted Christ as a Savior, and so now he has been growing for more than a year, and he is going to be a really key leader in our movement here.